Karen, have you seen my new shoes? You know, the gold ones that go great with my new dress? With the diamond things on them? I can't find them. They were in my room, in their box, so I don't know where they could have got to.
You mean the ones you got the other day when we went shopping and they were like half price?
Yeah, those ones.
Oh, I took them.
Huh? What do you mean you took them?
Exactly what I said. I took the shoes for myself.
Why?
Well, because I wanted them.
You knew that I bought those shoes for tonight. I told you how this was a really important night for me. I'm attending a super important dinner at my college with some very esteemed members of very exclusive companies, and I need to look my best. This could literally be my future on the line, and I want to make a good impression. You need to give me back my shoes right now. I mean, why did you even take them? You're not going anywhere to wear them. You didn't even ask me if you could borrow them either.
You knew that I liked these shoes. That's why I took them.
What?
Yeah, when we were shopping, I saw these shoes and I thought that they looked nice. But then you went and bought them and they were the last pair, so I decided that I was going to take them because you took them from me first.
You never liked those shoes. When you saw them, you said they looked incredibly gaudy and that you'd not be caught dead wearing them. You only want them now because I like them and bought them for myself. It's so typical of you. You always get jealous over whatever I have and you take it for yourself. Well, I'm not going to let you get away with it this time. I need those shoes to go with my outfit, so you're going to give them back or I'm going to come and get them.
I'm not giving them back. You stole them from me first. I might have said that I didn't like them at first, but that was before I got to have a proper look at them. You went and bought them before I could fully make up my mind. So, if anything, you're the selfish one for just taking the shoes that I wanted in the first place.
I'm not arguing with you anymore about this, Karen. You have 3 seconds to give me my shoes, or I'm coming into your room and grabbing them myself. 1,
You're not going to scare me. I'm not giving them back.
2,
You're acting like such a spoiled brat. It's pathetic.
3.
Don't you dare come in here. I swear I'll tell Mom.
I don't care. I'm coming to get my shoes.
Alicia, how dare you steal your sister's things? I did not raise you to be like that.
Mom, I didn't steal anything. Karen was the one who stole my shoes, which she knew I had bought for my important evening tonight, and she wouldn't give them back. I needed them to go with my outfit. You do remember just how important this night actually is for me, don't you?
Hang on. Is tonight the night of that dinner with all of those investors and company owners?
Yes.
Oh, well, that doesn't mean that you can't share your things, though. You could have worn a different pair of shoes if push came to shove. You didn't need to barge into your sister's room just for a single pair of shoes.
Ugh, I can never win with you. You always take her side. It might not matter to you, but I am sick and tired of Karen taking my things whenever she wants, without asking me, even when she knows that I need them. And you never tell her to stop doing it either. If you're not going to tell Karen to stop, then I'll just have to take back everything she stole myself.
There's no need to be so dramatic. Look, next time, maybe just ask nicely. I'm sure Karen would give you your things back. She's just going through a rough patch at the moment, so we need to be a bit more understanding for her.
Mom, making excuses for her isn't going to help her. Her so-called rough patch is entirely her fault. If she had actually turned up to her job and done it properly, then maybe she wouldn't have been fired. As far as I'm concerned, she hasn't bothered to look for a new one in the last 6 months, so her situation is entirely up to her. And it doesn't give her the right to take my things simply because she can't afford her own.
Now, you're just being selfish. Your big sister needs your help, and you're just going to ignore her?
When she starts actually taking responsibility for herself, then I'll show some sympathy and help her out. Until then, she's going to have to deal with things on her own. Anyway, I need to go now if I'm going to make it to the dinner on time. I'll be back later.
So, I take it your dinner went well the other week?
Huh? Oh, yeah, it went amazingly. I met so many people and made so many contacts. I might even be in line for some major funding for my work. Isn't that incredible?
Uh-huh, sure. I'm also guessing you've had an increase in money as well? How'd you manage that? Conned some old rich CEO into being your sugar daddy?
What on earth are you on about?
Well, I just noticed that you seem to have a new car, and it's an incredibly fancy and expensive one at that. There's no way you could afford to buy that on your normal wage. So I'm guessing you've conned some old CEO into buying it for you. I have to admit, that's pretty smart. Shame I didn't think of it first.
Oh, you mean the Porsche in the garage?
Yeah, obviously. There aren't any other fancy cars around, are there?
It's not mine.
Yeah, I'm not stupid. I know it's yours. There's no way Mom or Dad could afford something like that.
No, honestly, it's not mine.
You're a rubbish liar. Anyway, I'm going to take it out for a while. I'm only telling you this because you'll just get Mom to yell at me again if I don't ask your permission to borrow it first.
Karen, first of all, you're not insured to drive that car, so you can't take it anywhere. Secondly, it's not even my car, so there's no way that I'm letting you drive it even an inch off of the drive.
I know you're just trying to lie to me so that I don't borrow the car, but it's not going to work, Alicia.
I swear, Karen, if you touch that car, you'll regret it.
Yeah, whatever.
Karen, where are you? I told you not to take the Porsche anywhere. I can't believe you came into my room and stole the keys for it. Answer me, Karen.
What do you want?
Bring that car back right now.
Why? Worried that everyone will think I look way cooler in it than you do? Don't worry, they already thought that.
I told you that it's not my car, it's my friend's.
Nice try, but I don't believe you.
Okay, fine, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Warn me about what?
No, you didn't want to know when I tried to tell you, so I'm not going to bother now. Have fun driving around looking cool, whilst you can.
You're just trying to scare me. Well, it's not going to work.
Sure.
Whatever. Now leave me alone. I'm driving, don't you know? Oh, and I might have scratched the car a little bit, but you don't mind, right? It's not like you can't afford to get it repainted or whatever.
Of course. You have fun. Don't worry about damaging the car or anything. I'm sure everything will work out just fine.
If you think being calm and uncaring is going to get me to bring the car back, you're wrong, you know?
Oh, I know. You nor the car will be my problem for very much longer, though.
What do you mean?
Oh, you'll find out soon enough.
Huh? Alicia? I can't believe you didn't tell me who owned the car. Do you know how much trouble I'm in? This is all your fault.
Oh, hi, Karen. I take it you found out who actually owns the car that you were driving around the other day? I did try to warn you, but you simply didn't want to listen. I guess now you've got to face the consequences.
But you didn't tell me that the owner of the car was Melanie Hampstead, the owner of one of the most successful and influential beauty companies in the world. How do you even know her? Why do you have her car?
Melanie was my friend from college. She graduated a few years ago before I did. But all throughout college, she was developing her company until it grew to the point that it is now. She actually gave me a job after that dinner. Anyway, she told me that she had to go out of town for a couple of weeks and asked me to collect her car, which was being worked on at the garage, and keep it safe until she got back.
You could have told me all this before I took it out. Now I'm in a huge amount of trouble.
I tried, but you just said that I was lying, just so that I didn't have to share my car with you.
Yeah, well, now she's suing me for stealing her car, and she's even threatened to get the police involved because I've banged it up a little bit.
Well, that's your fault.
I thought the car was yours. I was trying to teach you a lesson.
By purposefully wrecking the car that you thought was mine? How selfish and petty can you get?
Look, you're going to have to talk to Melanie and just explain the whole situation to her, okay? I can't afford to pay what she wants, so just tell her that you said that I could drive it. That way, it'll be on you, and I won't have to be taken to court. You know, I just can't afford this right now.
LOL, that's not happening. How do you think she found out about you driving it to begin with?
You mean you told her?
Yep. I knew that you'd probably damage the car just to be spiteful to me, so I told Melanie all about what was happening. Thankfully, she remembered you from when you'd come and visit me at college, so she knew exactly what kind of person you are. She told me that she sorted it all out and not to worry about the car. Now I know what she had in mind, and I have to say it's quite nice to see you finally facing the consequences of your actions for a change.
I can't believe you would purposefully throw me under the bus like this. You are such a horrible sister. You're the one who should be going to court, not me.
Why? I haven't done anything.
Yes, you have. I should be the one with a good job and able to do what I want. Instead, you lord it over me that you think you're better than me. Well, you're not.
Karen, I've never thought that I'm better than you. I've just worked hard to get to where I want to be. You've not worked hard for anything in your life. Instead, you just blame everyone else for all of your problems. Well, this time, there's no one else to blame but yourself. And you're going to have to face the consequences of your actions whether you like it or not. Maybe next time you'll actually listen to me when I try to tell you not to take something that doesn't belong to you.
Please, Alicia, just take the fall for this for me.
No, Karen. It's time you actually acted like an adult instead of a spoiled child.
Ugh, I hate you.
In the end, my friend took Karen to court over the theft and damage of her car. Karen tried to blame everyone but herself for what had happened, but the judge simply ignored her. He ordered her to pay Melanie a substantial amount of money in reparations for all the damages that she had caused to the Porsche. To do this, Karen had to get a job at a local supermarket, which she wasn't a big fan of. But with no other way to pay Melanie the money, she had to stick it out. Meanwhile, I went on to work for Melanie and developed a great relationship with her. We're currently working on expanding the company even more, and thankfully, Karen has stopped stealing everything that belongs to me. I think it's safe to say that she's finally learned her lesson.